Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. We are back in New Haven, the Have, capital of pizza. And we're visiting a different one of the Holy Trinity today. Unfortunately, it's extremely busy. As it turns out, this Harvard-Yale football game thing, which is happening in New Haven today, has meant that the pizza places are absolutely slammed. So I was not able to go inside Modern Pizza. Instead, I've ordered some takeout pies, but I'm standing outside to be able to enjoy them with you right now. Now, as the case may be, there is a pub right over to our, right over here. And I went in there for a quick second just to have a beer while I was waiting for my pizza to be ready. And it turned out some guy was celebrating his daughter's wedding. And he bought me a shot. And I had a beer. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now. So it's definitely time to have some pizza. Hey, Diana. Welcome back to New Haven. And to one of the Holy Trinity of pizza places. Sally's, Frank Pepe's, and Modern Apizza. Because why Modern Apizza, right? Because it's like the old Naples, like Napoli was the dialect of Italian, and they wouldn't say pizza, they would say Apizza. Pizza ended up evolving to make it more accessible for Northern Italians who were living already in the U.S. because, of course, like Italian immigrants helped us have awesome pizza here in the U.S. So, Alba, I am with you on loving pizza. This is wonderful. I'm glad about it. Why don't we check out our two pizzas today? So, I've taken two pies, one of them a very traditional pie, and one of them a special pie of this place. Hey, Michaela, na? Wunderschönen guten Abend schon. Doch in Deutschland. Geil. Juti. I also, your dad would say, Alba writes on Facebook, my dad would say a pizza. That's cool. That's awesome. That's exactly it. Like that's the real thing of it, right? Because like a lot of European languages are highly dialectical. We don't even really kind of realize that, how dialectical they really are. You know, France, Napoleon kind of drove out the dialects and everyone was going to speak Parisian French. You know, Germany still has like Bavarian German and Plattdeutsch and Hochdeutsch and all the rest of it. And, you know, Austria and Switzerland kind of help make that clear as well. But in Italy, it's the same thing, right? Of course, people are going to speak with dialects. So, but a lot of the first Italian immigrants who end up moving to the United States, they're from the south of Italy, right? Because like it was the further away from Central Europe and the rest of it, I guess, was poorer. And when you're suffering, you're going to look for other solutions and try to go someplace else. So, all right, what do we got here? The first pie that we're going to open up here, this is the Italian bomb. All right, that one right here that we're looking at, folks, that's got sausage, it's got pepperoni, it's got peppers, it's got onions, it's got bacon. This is not a typical pizza. This is not a pizza that you would have back in the old days, because there's just way too much meat on it. It's too expensive, right? Like that would have been a difficult pizza to purchase for most folks. This pizza here, this is super typical. This is what you would have back in the old days. That there, folks, is your typical pizza or a pizza from, you know, when pizza's first getting going in late 1800s. In fact, here in New Haven, the first time a pizza place ever advertises itself to say, hey, come and eat pizza in the US was in New Haven, Connecticut. And it was an advertisement in the Yale Daily newspaper, the Yale Daily News. And it was a way for you to be like, they were like, come and check this out. You know, white kids at Yale, check out this crazy thing that we have. It's called pizza. And everyone was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. First time it's ever advertised. Originally, pizza places, they weren't like this. They were just bakeries. And you'd go in and you'd buy a whole pie, like a whole pan of pie, a big pie. you bring it to the workplace and, you sell it or share it out or whatever. Eventually, it changes because it wasn't just bakeries that had the oven to be able to get the crust cooked enough and hot enough and charcoaled enough to caramelize all that glucose, all those, that flour, right? To make it a little sweeter in a way. So, but not just that, you wouldn't put mozzarella. Mozzarella is expensive, it doesn't last very long, you don't have refrigeration. You'd use a hard cheese, like a pecorino or maggio or something like that, and some fresh garlic, so it looks a little bit like a tomato pie, right? Alba writes, a true Napoli pizza is the color of the Italian flag, red for sauce, white for mozzarella, and green for basil leaves on top. That's the margherita, right? For Queen Margherita. Like, that's the idea of it. But even for the mozzarella, it doesn't last. You can't refrigerate that. You got to think back to the old days before we had refrigeration. You'd use a hard cheese. They would take that hard white cheese, that hard pecorino, and they just grate it right on top of your tomato pie, and then they'd grate some garlic, and that's it, because that lasts, right? The mozzarella doesn't last so well. Sorry, let's try the traditional pie first, and then after that, we're gonna try the Italian bomb. First things first, I want you to look at that. Look at that charcoaling down there, guys. Look at that. Look how it's blackened, right? That blackened pie. If you don't have your pie like a little blackened like that, it's not done yet. This isn't overcooked. That's cooked. That's the way it's supposed to be. If it hasn't been charcoaled a little bit, it hasn't caramelized inside. It hasn't activated that glucose. So, and as you can see, this is basically tomato, garlic, and a little bit of grated hard cheese on top. It smells like garlic. It smells delicious. I'm not going to swear on this channel, but this is effing delicious. Oh my God, Frank Pepe's. You got a problem here with modern Apizza. This place is amazing. Oh my God. Oh man. That's right, Michaela. The basic, it's just the marinara. This is so good. See that darkened, crispy part right there? Mwah. Mwah. Oh man, I got crumbs here. I want to like hoover up the crumbs. They're so tasty. It's out of control. That's out of control tasty. Mimosa, I'm sorry to make you so hungry. You gotta come to New Haven and you gotta try this amazing pizza. All right, that one's gonna be easier to take on the train later on because I gotta go back to New York from New Haven Union Station in a little bit. All right, Italian bomb. Oh my God. Oh, this pizza smells so good. I cannot tell you, guys. All right, let's try a bite. Let's get in here and let's see it. Let's see what's happening. Check it out. Check it out. Oh man, there's some sausages. Got it better. Some sausage, some cheese, some sauce. I mean, I'm so sorry that you don't get to enjoy this with me right now, because this is so good. Nikki, don't worry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you can't watch because you're at the pub, but when you come, you're gonna eat some of this pizza. Oh yeah. Alba says you fold your pizza the correct way. You gotta do the one fold, and the pizza slice has gotta hold itself. It's a test. It's gotta be able to fold and eat, you know? I don't understand the whole fork and knife thing for pizza. That's weird to me. That's weird. Oh man, the ingredients on this are just so good. And the peppers. Every single ingredient on this pizza has a significant and delicious taste to itself. Oh man. I'm spellbound by this pizza. I'm spellbound. You look inside, even though it's crispy and totally caramelized on the outside here. Oh, I got some oils and juices coming off the meats and such. When you look inside and you see how the crust inside is still like a little gooey and a little soft, but on the outside it's crispy and blackened. It's perfect. This is a perfect pizza. Honestly. I mean, like, I want to live as long as I can, but if it were to end, I went out with like the best meal. Like, amazing. Risa, mwah, miss you. Love you. Hope you're doing well on the West Coast. You know? California, sorry. Love California. Love it. Love the weather. You know, I love tacos. I love Mexican. I love the avocados. But you just don't have the pizza in California that you get here between Philadelphia to New Haven. And New York, New Haven, Philly, I love you, but you also don't have the pizza. You just don't have it the same way. It's still great Italian food in Philly, but not like this stuff. Oh man. You can see behind me, it's like a constant flow of people in here. Wow. Oh my goodness. You know, and that's it. I couldn't even eat pizza for the last couple of weeks because I knew I was coming to New Haven. And I knew that when I got to New Haven, I'd eat here at one of the Holy Trinity. Hey Ross, what's up, brother? Good to see you. A little pizza for you. Oh my God. Best part, 2 small pies of this amazing pizza, top pizza, $30. And fair enough, $30 is not cheap, right? But in New York, I would have paid $30 for 1 pie. A large pie, maybe. It still wouldn't have been the same. So thank you, New Haven, for being awesome. So I wanted to show you guys part of the tailgating earlier on today at the Harvard-Yale game, which, by the way, last time I checked, was 27-24. If anyone who's watching and has a second could quickly just Google Harvard-Yale football game today and let me know what the score is currently. I'd love to know, because they didn't play last year because of COVID. It was a big rivalry. It's the oldest collegiate sporting event in the United States. Fair enough, it's just like back in the 1700s is when they started or something like that. So it's not like super old like in Europe, but still pretty old for the US. And love to know what the score is, if anyone knows. Michaela asked a great question. Where will you get your pizza in San Antonio? And the best place I know in San Antonio to get pizza is a place called Barbaro. And it sucks. It's terrible. It's the best for San Antonio. Well, it's no good. You know what you eat in San Antonio? You eat tacos or Tex-Mex. Queso with chilies in it, you know? And they crush that there. And it's so good. But, you know, they say often it's like the water up in the Northeast. The water somehow works. I don't know if that's what it is that makes the crust better. I think it's just experience, knowledge, and tradition, and people knowing what's good. And in San Antonio, like it's, thank you, Motza. 1720 for Harvard. Oh my God. Melissa, I think that might be an old score because when I last saw it was 27-24, Harvard. But, amazing. Look at this. This is a masterpiece. I don't eat much meat anymore, guys. I'm sticking mostly to chicken, fish. I'm gonna eat meat, eggs for protein, tofu. I've been moving away from pigs and cows and sheep. We all gotta do our part, right? And even though those are delicious animals, environmentally, and regardless of the humanitarian question about the animals themselves, but just environmentally, you know? We all gotta make sacrifices. Maybe it's time for us all to eat less burgers. Diana, thank you. Diana just came back in on YouTube with 27-31. Yale is leading in the fourth quarter. Diana! Diana! This is great news. This is great news. The guy that bought me a shot at the bar over there, he bet $100 that Harvard would win. It would make me so happy for him to lose that $100. I mean, he's a nice guy. Bought me a shot. Gotta like the guy. But still, it would be awesome. Especially as Yale was the underdog. The Bulldogs underdogs. The Bulldog underdog. The Bull underdog. Something like that. Alba asks, I'm going to Andorra in the first weekend of December. Have you ever been? Andorra, guys, as Alba writes, is a very small country between Spain and France. And then after that, Alba's going to Barcelona, and there's not good pizza in Barcelona. It's true. You're not going to get great pizza in Barcelona. But you know the nice thing about Barcelona is that because of the fishing village of Barceloneta, right? That area of Barcelona. Barcelona ended up being a real, Barcelona ended up being a real magnet for people from Spain and drew in a lot of folks, especially fishermen. When you go to Barcelona, you get a really good overview of food from all of Spain. And what I find is that, you know, if you want like the best, like you know, what you're gonna really get in Barcelona, of course, paella is great. Even though it's from Valencia, it's still close enough that in Barcelona they do great paellas. Paella, traditionally speaking, it's not a dinner meal, it's a lunch meal. And dinner paella might have been around for a little while kind of thing. It's a lunch meal, traditionally speaking. But pinchos from the Basque country originally, in Barcelona, you're gonna get great pinchos as well. Sorry, Alba, I don't know why I'm talking about, you got me off on a sidetrack here. Eating pizza, I'm talking about pinchos. Just, you see that? You see how that's burnt? It's a secret. A pie that hasn't got that hot oven. It needs that hot pizza oven, which is why the original pizza ovens were actually bakery ovens, right? So they get hot enough to be able to burn it on the outside without baking it necessarily in the inside. Out of control. I got some kids that want to be part of the broadcast. Every youngster wants to be a YouTuber. So. Oh man. All right. Alba, when you're gonna go to Barcelona, you'll let me know. I got a buddy there. He's one of my real brothers, a real hermano named David, and he knows Barcelona very well at this point. He's gonna help you out. If I could recommend one bar for you to go to while you're in Barcelona, is L'Ascensor, the elevator, L'Ascensor. And this place is an old school, old-timey pub or bar. They make, I think, probably like some of the best drinks in Barcelona, honestly, for the best price point. You have to walk through an old elevator. You open the front door of the elevator, you walk into it, you close it, and then you open the other side of the elevator, and that lets you go into the pub. So, totally worth checking out. But also reach out to me anyway, because David, he's an amazing resource help you out with a lot of things. You know, if it's warm, let me see when you said you were going to go. First weekend of December. Yeah, I mean, not a great time to go down to like Sitges or something, to like the beach communities, but still nonetheless. December 3rd to 13th, Alba writes. Probably not going to go to the beach, right? It's going to be too cold for that. But still beautiful down there. And I lived in Barcelona for 6 months, guys, and I would never have left if it hadn't been for the fact that I was moving to New York City. New York's a special place. Not an American city, an international space station, really, because it's so diverse. And that drew me out of Barcelona. Otherwise, maybe you never leave, because it really is an addictive place. All right, last slice of pizza for us to enjoy together right now. And then I have to slowly, unfortunately, start making my way back to Union Station. A lot of train stations in the northeast of the US are called Union Station because there's the union, right? I mean, yeah, it's the case for New Haven. It's the case for Philadelphia. I think that maybe even in DC it's Union Station. You know, recently I found out Philadelphia, I think it's like the 4th largest city in the country. 4th or 5th. Right, hold on a second. Let me figure that out real quick. New York, LA, Chicago. I think Philly is next. So, another Union Station. So I'm going to head down to Union Station. I'm going to hop the train from New Haven back down to New York City after I drop off the rental car. And I gotta be there by 4 o'clock. So I only have like 30, 40 minutes or so. So last slice together. Grazie mille, Alba. Mangia. Oh man. This pizza is so well balanced. I'm getting like the peppers from inside that sausage. Like the little chivy peppers, little hot peppers, as well as the peppers. So good. Ross asks, Chris, are you going to do a live stream from the train station when you get to Union Station? Yeah, maybe I will. We'll see how we're doing for time. Union Station is actually a really beautiful station in New Haven. If the train's not coming right away, I'll hop back on. For sure I will. And thank you for confirming, Ross, that it's also in DC and that you remember it being in Chicago as well. Makes sense, the Union, right? And Alba, I couldn't agree with you more about great food in Philly. I mean, of course, you've got the age-old question of which cheesesteak is going to be your favorite Philly cheesesteak. Is it Pat's or is it Geno's? And Pat's is like, the U.S. is such a messed up place right now. Pat's is the liberal progressive cheesesteak. Geno's is the conservative cheesesteak. What the heck? What the heck is going on in this country, right? It's such a mess. It's such a mess. It's a disaster. Where are we going? You know? But when you go to Pat's, it's all like, you know, Black Lives Matter, and they do. You go to Geno's, it's all like police officer, pictures eating cheesesteaks. It's strange. But Philly for Italian food, I would even say that Philly for Italian food, price, price leistungsverhältnis, value for money, Philly is better than New York for sure on that stuff. Moza asked, have you seen the main train station in Portugal? So beautiful. Absolutely I have. And you're right. It's a beautiful train station. A lot of the train stations in Portugal have the amazing Portuguese blue-white tiles that have a lot of the, lined up in the train station. But Moza, what you don't know is that my father, my second mother, my stepmother, and 2 of my sisters all live in Porto. So usually, in the old days, I would get off in Gaia, in Vila Nova de Gaia, which was the train station right before you finally reach that final train station of Porto. Not nearly as beautiful as the Porto main station. What's up? Hey, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. You're welcome. So absolutely gorgeous and worth a visit. Like Porto is a very special place. It might be, Ross has said, I think Houston actually is the number 4th city. And that's completely possible, that maybe Philly is the 5th city. I know San Antonio is the 7th city. Ross, you're right. Houston is the 4th largest city. Does that make Philly 5th or 6th? It's up there. All right. Shannon in the house. Shannon, I need to talk to you about helping me set up a Facebook group just for us, so we can all hang out. Look how busy this place is, guys. Let's do a little bit of spontaneous interviewing, huh? See how that goes. Uh-oh. Got to open the car back up. Gonna put the pizza away really quick. All right.
Love you for real.
Oh my God.
Where are we? What platform is this? What are we doing? What's up?
So
Instagram Live. Like, am I famous?
We're on YouTube right now.
Okay, YouTube.
But we probably have right now probably like 10, 20 people watching. Okay. But then we get a lot of playback, like video on demand playback. So there'll be a couple thousand that will end up seeing it. Are you guys Yale students right now, or are you graduates? Graduates. Oh, fantastic. Nice. What's the score now?
27-31.
Yep, that's what my...
I told you I had to leave.
Yeah, we had to leave in like exactly.
That's what my people said here too.
27-31.
Oh, very cool. What year were you guys?
2021.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, congratulations. That's really cool. I was 2000 myself, so been out there for a little bit. And what we do is, I work in tourism up until 2019. And now tourism's like not quite what it once was.
I love that.
And while people can't travel as much, we've been bringing tourism to people instead. So that way we do live streams, so that way they can come and and visit and experience different spots. So we've been doing like a holy trinity of pizza. So we already did Pepe's. Today is Modern. We're gonna end up doing like a Sally's visit as well, and compare them all together. So your dog, you named your dog after Pepe's Pizza?
His name was Frank,
Pepe Le Pig.
and then I named him Pepe, Frank Pepe.
Oh, I love it. All right, so it just happened to be that way.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. Rock on.
I kept it alive.
Oh, very deep, very deep. Cool.
Last minute.
We're gonna win. That's it. 4 points. That's 2. That's gonna be too hard to overcome.
Alive. We only have to leave in order for them to start winning, though. I know.
Why are you guys not at the game?
We were at the game.
So you left when you were...
Yes.
You guys are kind of fair weather fans at that point. No? It's a tradition?
It's nutrition. We needed food.
Fair enough. There you go. And why did you choose Modern over Pepe's or Sally's? Why didn't you head over to Worcester?
I don't think we even thought about it that hard. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you. Sorry. I appreciate it. 3 seconds. And is that game?
That means my ESPN subscription.
ESPN.
Oh, that's great. That is awesome. Not the end of the game, just the end of your subscription money.
Yes.
All right, folks. There we go. So they left the game when Yale was losing. I showed up to do the live stream over there, but couldn't like parking was $30 to go park for 3 hours. $10 an hour is too much. Couldn't do it. Spend that money on pizza instead. Okay. Yeah, right? I like interviewing people on the street who are hanging out and having a quick chat with them. But I also don't want to be like too in their face because like, you know, I want people to like enjoy their own thing. But I had hoped to like walk around the crowds. So the game today, I thought it was at 3 o'clock. Turned out it was at noon. And I had to drop my friend off at Logan International Airport in Boston as I was driving back from Concord, New Hampshire. And that meant that once I discovered the game was a very early game, I wasn't going to be able to make it in time to be able to really crush it there. So, yeah. I'm in New York for the next chunk of time until the 8th of December is my plan right now. And I'm going to do Thanksgiving Day Parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on Thursday this coming week, Thanksgiving. Talk a little about the history of Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving in New York especially and that kind of thing. Inspiration, guys, I need some inspiration. I feel like I've talked about a bunch of stuff and I know Ross and Nikki have a Ghostbusters tour request out there and I'm going to work on that. I want to get one of those done before I head out of the city. Especially with the new Ghostbusters movie coming out. But if there are other places that you would like to see, then let me know. We've come up on a full year of doing live streams, you know, throughout that year. And kind of last year around this time, we were going and doing Christmas lights. Exactly, Michaela. That's what we were doing with Walter back in the day. But definitely time to do a revisit of the Christmas lights. Head up to Rockefeller Center, and see the Christmas tree. Go to some shops. Yeah, Rockefeller tree and lights. All right. I mean, it's such a cool Art Deco space with such amazing history. And now that I also know how to put in historic photos into our live streams, then it'll also help me a lot to be able to show you some of that past stuff. Look through my photos right now. It's very cool. So we'll make something happen there for sure. Any other ideas? Hit me up. Let me know. You can leave a message in the comments here. I will see those. I get those instantly. And if you are still watching right now, thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. You know you're subscribed already, but if you're not, subscription button. Hit that as well. It's the ultimate question. How long are you guys willing to wait for pizza? At Modern? Get in line, and then once you get in line, head over to that bar and someone will buy you a drink. Why not do that? Eduardo, hola, ¿qué tal? Michaela, what time is the Thanksgiving Day Parade? Don't know. But I feel like it's at noon or 1 or something earlier in the day. So let me check, and I'll Google that now, and I'm going to text you and let you know. All right. Mwah. Thank you for joining me for a quick pizza snack. I'm heading down to Union Station. Got to return the beautiful beast. Say goodbye, rental car. You were fun. Thanks for the ride. By the way, US, congratulations. 35 miles a gallon is what I saw on this puppy. That's much better than it used to be. So that makes me very happy. Alba, ciao, ciao bella, mwah. Till next time. And Ross asks, I see Red Sox neon lights behind you. I assume it's Red Sox territory. Oh yeah, it's a really good point, Ross. New Haven is the break point between New York, Connecticut, and New England, Connecticut. If you go west from here, it's a lot of Yankees and Giants and Knicks territory. If you go east from here or north from here, you're looking at Sox, Pats, Patriots, New England Patriots. You're looking at Bruins. You're looking at a lot of like Boston teams instead. Connecticut's a little schizophrenic that way. But I grew up in southwestern Connecticut, so I'm more a New York teams affiliated guy. Not the Mets. Not the Mets. But Yankees, I've been a Yankees fan since the 80s. Back in the days of Ron Guidry, Green Lightin'. Back when Don Mattingly was, wearing a beard and getting in trouble with Steinbrenner, like all that kind of stuff. So Diana, you know what I'm talking about. You're with me. Dave Winfield, Bernie Williams, like the old Yankees, those guys back in the day, before they were good and winning shit. Stuff. Sorry, apologies. Bar, good to see ya. Manishma, Makave. And I gotta hang up. Bye. Mwah. Love you guys. Thanks for joining just for this quick pizza visit. Now we've knocked out 2 of the Holy Trinity. Modern. Amazing. I gotta say, Modern, you're leading the race right now against Pepe's. But we gotta go to Sally's, and we're gonna have to try Sally's, and we're gonna have to decide as well. Does Sally's, kind of pip out Modern? But right now, Pepe's, as lovely as you were, you just didn't. You were good. You were really good. You were great. But you were the second best pizza I've had in New Haven. Modern, you're number 1 right now. So, all right. Mwah. Thank you, Ross. Be well, brother. Thank you, Diana. Risa. It's great to see you. Thanks for showing up for a sec there. Michaela, Shannon. We're gonna talk. Alba, always great when you pop in. Mimosa. I feel like I'm saying your name as if you were a breakfast drink. Mimosa? Something in there. I'm looking through my chats. Great. Okay. Bye. One last look around Modern. A mimosa is indeed a drink. It is.
Hi, do you do a food blog?
I don't. Food just happens to be some of every once in a while we'll do some food because mukbang, like the old Korean thing of sharing food and eating it with people. But really we're a historical walking tour company. So we look at pizza in New Haven more as being the historical aspect of it. Apizza, Abitz, the original naming convention of it before a lot of northern Italians ended up immigrating to the US, and they changed the name to pizza to appeal to people from Florence and things like that, because that was the dialect that they understood. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Think, man? What do you think?
About the pizza?
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing the Holy Trinity tour.
All right.
And I gotta say, Modern beats out Pepe's.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel bad.
Clam pie? You the clam pie, Pepe?
I find it a little salty. It's a little salty for me. But I still think it's great. But it's this was the Italian bomb, and just the traditional tomato pie with a little bit of pecorino grated on top of it, and then I add fresh garlic to it as well. Because mozzarella, you wouldn't have that back in the day. It's too expensive. It didn't last.
We've been married for 20 years now.
20
years.
Congratulations,
20 and a half.
Thank you.
20 and a half.
And
Fantastic.
he makes the best pizza out of our grandmother's
You do a grandma's pie.
historical
pie.
Italian
Yeah.
pizza.
From the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Grandma,
original?
yeah.
Sometimes.
You should come and do a whole thing on our.
On home pieing.
Yes.
Yeah. Coal-fired, wood-fired.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to call it, we can do it. Different flavor each time.
I'm gonna give you a card.
But we've never had the potato style pizza, so we're gonna do
Bar.
that next.
You go over to Bar.
Yeah.
Bar. I think Bar is the potato,
Mashed potato.
the mashed potato and bacon
potato
kings.
we had was at Sally's. Sally's had the
They have
thin
a
sliced
slice.
They do a
potato.
thin slice. Yeah. Mashed
You
potato at
gotta
Bar.
get it sliced
Thinner,
thinner than
thinner.
you normally do.
But Bar.
But you don't
I
always.
told you.
I told you.
I told you.
I
You have
told you
to grow the smaller
You
one.
gotta make the
Better.
slicer sharper.
Yes.
So that you
and
can thin it.
The mandolin.
You gotta come. It's amazing.
Ah,
Yeah.
this.
So what's your oven? Are you using a regular oven at home, or you got
No,
a dome?
no,
You got a
it's
dome. You got the
it's
whole.
a dome.
From
It's
the
from
20s?
the 20s.
Yeah.
From the 20s.
Was it in your house or
Our
what?
grandmother built it in the basement.
Our fingers are black from the char.
Amazing.
The bread.
It's the only way to
Yes.
make them.
This is the pizza channel. Forget the bread. I mean, the bread. We gotta start over on the bread. We're gonna start over on the bread.
Let me get you guys a I'm gonna give you guys a card, and then if you're not just drunk right now, but
No,
you're actually
we're not.
serious,
I
then
mean,
but like
We're a little drunk.
He is.
no, but like I mean drunk enough to mean it. You know what I mean? Get this out of here.
What type of, are you a food guy? Are you a chef? What do you got going on?
We do a little bit of like mukbang style shared eating with people. Like mukbang was something that started in South Korea and Seoul, where people started live streaming themselves eating food, so that other people that were eating by themselves and were like all in these like office towers, like alone.
Felt like they had company.
They had company. They were eating with somebody else. So then people started buying the mukbangers food to eat publicly with other people and sharing out that experience so no one had to feel alone.
I don't know if that's really sad or really nice. I feel like I don't know the answer.
It's sad, but it's a nice answer to a sad question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And for me, I work in historical tourism traditionally. 2019, we
Where are you from? Area code 347.
well, I'm living in the city right now, but only temporarily. I originally from the south of England, but I grew up in Fairfield County. So, but I'm like in my heart, like I'm a nutmegger.
Yeah.
Like I feel Constitution
What
State.
town?
I mean, I hate to say it on the channel, but
Canaan, Darien,
even further southwest.
Greenwich. Greenwich. Okay. All right.
It's all right. Put your little clothes
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, you know what I mean. You know.
Yeah.
But like I lived here for 6 years, so.
Scarf said Greenwich. I should have said Greenwich.
The scarf. The scarf, guys. I was here real quick with my group. Guys, the scarf was a gift from my cousin. Right? Thank you, Chris. My cousin, who's a serviceman, a Navy man, out in
Let me feel it.
Oahu. Isn't that nice? He picked this up. He picked this up while he was in
I like it.
Peru.
Yeah.
On his ship. He was down there. The boat cruised down there. Navy destroyer got me this scarf. So thank you,
That's
buddy.
amazing. I got this hoodie at Gap. American made.
It's
Gap.
American made right there.
Yep.
You know, they feel quality.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
She
can feel
bought me
America.
this. I have no clue where it's from, but it's comfortable.
Yeah.
What were your guys' names?
Dory.
George. Chris.
Frank,
Frank. Chris.
nice to meet you.
Nice to
man.
meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Really
Hey, how
appreciate
can we
it.
find you? Europe?
Yeah. If you can do that, or if you Google Sandeman's Live or you YouTube Sandeman's Live, you get the whole channel.
right,
And then we've
cool.
got
We
tours
gonna
going on
find
in
this
like
eventually?
Barcelona and London.
You
Yeah,
got
it's
titled as New Haven. A
this
modern,
is a live stream, so it is. So these people here they're watching right now with us, and it is live
How many
on
people
YouTube right now.
many people?
Probably not. Man, I didn't post that I was doing this live stream. I had to pop up on it, so that.
But
always
how
was
many
listed.
viewers? How many viewers have
This
we got?
this video will probably end up getting around somewhere between like 2,000 to 3,000 views.
Nice.
So,
cool.
well, because the pizza one, we're historical tour. So if this was a tour of Amsterdam or something right now, we'd get.
You got it. Here, I have a question. Is that your car?
It's a rental.
Oh, okay.
It's a rental. But you know what? I rented it in Portland, Maine. And
get this part?
and no,
Front row.
I was watching, and I zoomed back in so I could do the tour. No drop-off fee to drop it off at Union Station
Nice.
from Portland Airport down here. So like, because right now they're trying to move cars back down again. So like, they'll give you the.
Where are you to next? Anywhere else next, or this is your last stop?
I gotta go. I'm gonna head to Union Station, drop off the car. I gotta head back to the city, but I'll be back up to do Sally's, which is the last of the
Oh, we're
trifecta.
getting home.
All right, we just
Sorry. Take care, guys. I mean, such nice people, right? Sorry, guys. Thanks for witnessing that and participating. I hope the volume was okay during that time. What time is it? Speaking of which, holy crap, I gotta be at the station in like 8 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta get to the station to return this car at the top of the hour. Well, guys, ciao. Bye.